When I think about yesterday, my oh my, my oh my, a kiss and so I did.
Oh, what is up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I'm pretty sure that you guys are doing a little bit better than I am, or at least I hope that's the case. In this particular video, I'm just gonna quickly go over, what happened to my right shoulder here. I'm not gonna go into a ton of detail, but I do want you guys to know, how I'm doing, and in particular, what that means for the next few videos on this channel, how some of the content might change, and what this means for my channel going forward. I'm not exactly sure, how I want to say this, but one of the main goals I would say for this particular YouTube channel is really to educate and inspire, triathletes that are, looking for information about our sport. And I'm not exactly sure that this video is going to be super helpful in that regard, but basically bike crashes are a part of our sport, and unfortunately, as I was training for the upcoming Whistler Ironman this past Saturday, I had a bit of an accident where the stem of my bike actually broke, and I was not able to maintain control of the bike itself. And then basically I rolled forward off the bike and took a lot of the impact with my right shoulder. At the time I was going, pretty close to 30 miles an hour. It's hard to say exactly. I haven't really gone back and looked at the data too closely, but somewhere between like 25 and 30 miles an hour. In kilometers, that's, I would say under 50 kilometers, maybe somewhere between like 40 and 50 kilometers an hour. And that was pretty painful. I definitely had a fair amount of like road rash on my back and things like that. And then, basically with help from some of the guys that I was riding with, we were in the middle of a 100-miler, but we were able to get me to the side of the road, get a sling on my shoulder because my shoulder was in pain. And then pretty shortly thereafter, I got to the emergency room and got some x-rays and things like that. And as it turned out, the collarbone is not actually broken. And no, it's not that I'm just really excited to see you guys. The collarbone is not supposed to stick up like that. But what it turns out is that if you separate your shoulder at the AC joint with a couple of torn ligaments, that the collarbone can kind of like stick up a little bit more than usual. And currently the game plan for recovery is just to let it heal and see if I'm able to regain full range of motion, or if this collarbone's gonna kind of get in the way of that. I'm particularly concerned about swimming, but we'll just have to wait a few months and see how that goes. But what this means is that my triathlon season for this particular year is finished, and I definitely will not be competing in the Ironman Whistler race, which is in about a week. Okay, so what does this mean for this particular channel going forward? Well, I actually have a whole bunch of stuff that I still want to talk about. I have like 2 or 3 products that I want to open up, do some unboxings and talk about some products and things like that. I'll probably be lacking a little bit of that kind of real world testing, on bike, outrunning, swimming content. But I do think that I'll be able to pull in some content that I've had before. So apologies in advance just for reusing some of that video footage. But but I do intend on continuing to try to post videos about once per week. So if you guys are into this sort of stuff, and that would be, swimming, biking, and running, I'll also keep you informed on, how the shoulder recovery is coming along. But consider subscribing. There's a subscribe button down below here somewhere. There's also a notification bell, which just allows you to be notified of whenever I post new videos. All right, guys, thank you so much for all the well wishes and your concerns, and I will see you guys in the next video.